What's up, KGS Headmaster here. It's Friday, it's 4 p.m., it's quiz time, and this week's theme is travel. So I collect t-shirts and things from around the world, particularly love sports clubs and themes. So Russian football teams and ice hockey teams, and parts of America, parts of Europe, Germany, Africa. But I thought, can I appear in a t-shirt on a KGS Headmaster live stream? No. So I've had to go for the cricket tour tie from my previous school because I've not been on a tour with KGS yet. That can be changed. Hi Nelson, good to see you. And Nelson, thank you very much indeed for your story today. That was absolutely brilliant. Love the photograph as well. Hope you got your commendation. So thank you very much indeed for that. So I've got the Springbok tie. I've got my touring cricket hat, which I wear whenever I'm out in a country with the strong sun, like Africa or similar. So I wore this when I went to Ghana and other places. And of course, I've got the sunnies on because the weather outside is awful, but we want it to be brilliant when we travel again. But my cup of tea, I've got my favorite place to travel in the UK. I've got my cup of tea in my Norfolk mug. So, I mean, lots of lovely places in the UK. Let me not, decry any of them, but just over the last few years, love that kind of Norfolk coast. Hi, Salt and Vinegar, good to see you there. Hi, Tessa. Mum's helping today. That's brilliant. And look, to help you all out, it's going to be lots of multiple choice on travel today. Tessa, I hope you got your accommodation too. Thoroughly well deserved. Thank you, Johnny. Looking fine. It's very kind indeed. I was going to say, Salt and Vinegar, it's been a while. Good to see you back in the house. I hope that travel is your thing. Hugo, great to see you. How you doing? So we've got quite a few people in today. Izzy's in. Izzy, I just heard about some brilliant Spanish work, by the way, from Miss Sharp. So accommodation coming your way too. Miss Sharp was very, very impressed. So guys, keep doing the great work. Keep sending things through. You don't get accommodations for nothing, but if you got something, you'll get accommodation. And if it's good enough, big enough, tough enough, then it's going to get a headmaster's commendation. So it's really lovely to see. So Johnny's telling me it's 28 degrees and sunny. So where he is, he needs the hat, he needs the sunnies. Where I am, I could easily take them off, but I won't. I'm going to stay in character. And there are lots of things I could have worn, but I thought, yeah, let's just keep it smart and sensible. Well, is this sensible? Probably not, but let's keep on track and theme. So great to see you all. Glad to have everybody involved. Thank you for the 5 likes. I always find it slightly disconcerting when I look at subscribers and likes, things like I'm looking at thinking, was it okay? Did it go well? I'm looking at this now thinking, crikey, I've got 15 groups of people all in and only 6 of them have liked it. But if I were you, I'd wait till the end because you might not like it. It might be awful. So very kind of you to drop me a like already. But if you don't like it by the end, tell me. Feedback's always welcome. Feedback, Breakfast of Champions. Let's get on with the quiz. Let's get on with the important stuff. It's great to see you all there. Hopefully got all the regular teams. I want to keep you up to date scores. As I said, it's travel. It's multiple choice. So there's going to be lots of opportunities for people to score lots of points. Work it out together. So here we go. This is round 1, national animals of all things. So what is the national animal of Russia? Is it A, a brown bear, B, a lynx, or C, a leopard? National animal of Russia, brown bear, lynx, or leopard? There you go. There's your starter for 10. I'm hoping everyone's thinking, even if I didn't know that one, I could work it out. If you're thinking, I haven't got a clue, you've got a 1 in 3 chance. But I hope it's a great starter for 10 for everyone. I hope the Russia aficionados amongst you will have a good stab at that one. Question 2. What's the national animal of Tanzania? We've been focusing a lot on Africa this week, but we haven't mentioned the country of Tanzania. Is it A, a hippopotamus? Sorry, a hippopotamus. Is it B, a crocodile? Or is it C, a giraffe? Okay, Tanzania. Have a think about that one. Hippopotamus, crocodile, or giraffe? I'm doing a lot of raising my eyebrows under these sunglasses. I'm kind of doing my usual facials, and I'm looking at myself in the camera thinking, you can't see any of that, can you? Because it's kind of, these are big sunglasses. These are designed to keep everything out. So there we go. So that was question 2. Question 3. What is the national animal of Botswana? Is it the zebra, B, the buffalo, or C, the antelope? Now, I bet Mrs. Humphrey, with her African knowledge, is A, first saying to me, where's the question on Uganda? But also B, saying, I know these. I've got this one. And I hope plenty of you have got them as well. So Botswana, question 3, is the national animal a zebra? Is it a buffalo? Or is it an antelope? ABC. Okay. Ready for question 4? If I've gone a bit too fast, you can always ask me to repeat, not a problem. Question 4. What is the national animal of Greece? Slightly closer to home in Europe. Is it the grey wolf? Is it the dolphin? Or is it the polecat? Slightly controversial choice of options there. Very diverse. Grey wolf, not just any wolf, grey wolf. Is it a dolphin or is it a polecat? And last but not least, in this section on national animals, round 1, question 5, what is the national animal of Thailand? Now, you should be able to work this one out. Is it the tiger? Is it the rhinoceros? Or is it the elephant? A, tiger, B, rhinoceros, C, elephant. Let me know if you want any repeated. I'm going to give you a moment to just work out, make sure you've got an answer for each one of those. We will do round 2. Before we go back to the answers, we'll do 2 rounds at a time as per. But let me know if you want any of questions 1 to 5 repeated. While I sip tea from my Norfolk mug. Everyone good? Now, it's either one of those moments when everyone's absolutely fine or my chat is frozen. And this is when I rely on my insiders, the fam doing the quiz in another room, because they'll see the chat coming up on their devices and they'll say, "You're missing the chat. You should have repeated these questions. Someone says you look ridiculous in that hat." Or maybe they wouldn't tell me that. Who knows? Let's go on to round 2 and keep fingers crossed and hope for the best. Here we go. So round 2, capital cities. Now, I'm not going to say what's the capital of France. It's not going to be as easy as that, right? So this is question 1 of round 2 or question 6 if you want to do it in that order. Totally up to you. I trust you guys, okay? What is the capital city of Australia? Is it A, Sydney, B, Canberra, or C, Melbourne? A, Sydney, B, Canberra, or C, Melbourne? Johnny, they would tell you that. You're absolutely right. And firstly, that proves the chat is working. And Johnny, secondly, thank you. When you're sitting your beautifully sunlit morning on the east coast of America, you're absolutely right. The family would tell me I look ridiculous. They wouldn't. But maybe all of my students and parents out there wouldn't be so droll. I hope. Anyway, question 2 of round 2 or question 7 if you're doing it like that. What country has the capital city of Chisinau? Chisinau. Now, a little clue here is that no clues because multiple choice. I'll tell you this at the end. Okay, Chisinau. Is it A, Moldova, B, Albania, or C, North Macedonia? A, Moldova, B, Albania, or C, North Macedonia. Put those phones away. No Googling allowed. Come on. I know. Can you spell that, please? Izzy, good question. I absolutely can. I can probably spell it easier than I can say it, but I was giving it a good go, right? I was trying. As I said to you, you need to indulge in cultures, give things a go, try and speak some of the language. Couldn't really do the accent. I'm going to avoid accents. I'm not much of an impressionist. And sometimes doing accents just seems as if you're being a little bit kind of derogatory as well. So I avoid it. Chisinau is C-H-I-S with a cedilla, I-N-A with it's not quite an umlaut. It's just a line over the top. I can't remember what the word for that is. But A with a line over the top. It could represent an umlaut. It could be just the font I'm using, and then a U. C-H-I-S-I-N-A-U with a cedilla on the S, and I think an umlaut or similar. Maybe I'll just take. Hang on. No, it's not. It's not an umlaut. It's a kind of that one of those U-shaped emphases. Not a circumflex. An inverted circumflex. Any linguist out there can tell me what that is. I'm not going to look it up. I should have looked that before. Okay, Izzy, hope that helps. Here we go. Let's move on. Question 3 of round 2 or question 8. Which country in Africa has 3 capital cities? Which country in Africa has 3 capital cities? Is it the Ivory Coast, better known as Côte d'Ivoire? Is it South Africa, or is it Burundi? Which country in Which country in Africa has 3 capital cities? Is it Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast? Is it South Africa, or is it Burundi? That's a toughie. That's something that I kind of thought I knew and didn't know and thought maybe it wasn't true. Then you look it up for a quiz and you go, yeah, that's right. I'm still debating whether or not I should keep the hat and the glasses on. I'm going to go for it. I'm kind of like thinking, right, let's keep going for it. You know, I'm dressed up for better weather in foreign climes. Here we go. Question 9 or question 4 of round 2. What's the capital city of Brazil? Is it Sao Paulo? Is it Rio de Janeiro, or is it Brasilia? Oh, now, Gemma, you are getting ahead of yourself. Can we have a bonus point for getting the 3 cities? Okay. Yeah. If you want to name the 3 capitals, so not only get the country right, but name what the capital cities are in that country, I will consider a bonus. I might need to look it up to verify that you're right, but we can do that. Okay, so it's the capital city of Brazil, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, or Brasilia. I'm thinking in recent years, World Cups in Brazil, and of course the Olympic Games in Brazil most recently. Obviously, we're set to have the Olympic Games in Tokyo this year, but that's something that will come around again. Yeah, we should know Brazil, right? We should know this one. Question 5 of round 2, before we go to some scores, some marking, some scores, or question 10 if you like. What is the capital city of Vietnam? Is it A, Hanoi? Is it B, Ho Chi Minh City? Or is it C, Hai Phong? Okay, A, Hanoi, Hanoi. B, Ho Chi Minh City, Ho, then Chi, then Minh City. Or is it C, Haiphong, Haiphong? Are those glasses prescribed? They are gorgeous. They are not prescribed. These are just shop bought, probably Bicester Village or something like that. Just nice pair of sunnies, nice big protect the eyes in the travels. Beijing, not correct. Not correct. There we go. So let's take on questions 1 to 10. Let's go for the answers. Here we go. Everyone ready to go? Anyone need anything repeated on questions 1 to 10? Just wait a moment before I go through in case anybody, but I think we're safe, aren't we? If we start on question 1, you've all got the first 5. The national animal of Russia is the brown bear. I'm pretty sure you all got that. It's going to be a brown bear, isn't it, over a lynx or a leopard. The national animal of Tanzania is what did you get here? It's the giraffe. I wonder what you guys got there. It's the giraffe. National animal of Botswana is the zebra. The national animal of Greece, I hope this was reasonably obvious. Greek islands, Greece being a big Greek peninsula, it was the dolphin. And the national animal of Thailand, if you think about their flag and a lot of their emblems, it's the elephant. Okay, so brown bear, giraffe, zebra, dolphin, elephant. Here we go. Capital cities. The capital city of Australia is Canberra. Which country has the capital city of Chisinau, which I had to spell for Izzy quite rightly. And I'm not even sure I said it right, but I tried. It's Moldova. Anyone ever played the board game, Where is Moldova? Great board game. Really good board game. And in fact, a local guy made it, local to Kingston. When I bought my copy, he was in Kingston, John Lewis, and he signed my copy. I don't think I've ever got a board game signed before, but they're amazing. Really good guy, really good game. And Chisinau is the capital of Moldova. Which country in Africa has the 3 capital cities? It is South Africa. I'll come back to what those 3 capital cities are in a minute. I'm going to look them up and we'll test Gemma out. Johnny, you have played Where is Moldova with us, absolutely. And you've won it a few times as well. Good board game player is Johnny. The capital city of Brazil is not Rio, which a lot of people go for. It is Brasilia. There we go. And then finally, the capital city of Vietnam is not Ho Chi Minh, it's Hanoi. So there we go. Toss up your scores out of 10. How have you got? I'm going to look up these 3 South African capitals for Gemma, and we'll see how we get on. I've been told to straighten my tie. I've had a message. It wasn't a very important one. It was just one. Straighten your tie. You look a mess. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Leck. Hopefully everyone else believes I look dapper. Here we go. I've never received such an important message during a video before. Straighten your tie, young man. Here we go. Capitals of South Africa. Now, I am the only person allowed to use their phone for research. I hope none of you would do so. Here we go. So, Gemma, got the 3. I knew 2 of them, but there was a third one I wanted to check. So Cape Town, well, I think we all know. Pretoria, I think we all know. But the third one, not Johannesburg, Bloemfontein. Okay, Bloemfontein. So there we go. So if you got those 3, in fact, if you got 2 of those 3, I'm going to give you a bonus because it's pretty good to know if you knew Cape Town and Pretoria, plus you knew South Africa. Now, if you thought it was one of the other countries, then obviously you're blown out of the water. So, but I'm pretty sure you knew it was South Africa, otherwise you wouldn't have asked. So how are we doing? Nelson, 8. Good start. What a high benchmark. How are we doing against that 8? That's a really, I mean, don't be ashamed if you didn't get as many as that. Tessa's on 6, Johnny's on 6. Nelson, you are leading the charge. Mind you, that photograph you sent me this morning of you out in Africa, I'm not surprised. Izzy's on 8, Hugo's on 8. There's some good scores coming through here. Because it's a bonus, you're all very fair. You're saying 8 out of 10 or 6 out of 11 or whatever. Gemma's on 7. This is a very narrow spread. Miss Williams and Team Williams are on 8. I wonder what Team Humphrey's on. I know Mrs. Humphrey's out there. She just never tells us her scores. But there's no way she's missing out on a quiz on travel, particularly when it covers so many places that she loves. So there we go. So the scores range from 6 to 8. This is tight. This could be the best quiz yet. I'm definitely giving out accommodations for the winners and prizes galore. Who knows what else? Let's see where we go from here. Any more scores to come through? We all good? There are more people out. I know there's more people playing. I know you're out there. You're just thinking, oh, I only got 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. Do you know what? You'll make the people who got 6 feel better. And it'll be your turn next week when we do another theme. Who knows what next week's theme is going to be? There's some things we haven't covered yet. We haven't covered, I keep mentioning food and Lego. Oh, you count as 3 teams. Okay, so that's 3 teams out of the 18. So that's still 15 teams. Another 15 teams, I should say. Here we go. Question 11 or question 1 of round 3, however you want to look at it. Here we go. This round is travel in literature or places in literature. Where is Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile set? Now, no options for this one. Harsh, this one. But I think you'll know it. Where is Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile set? Now, I know Johnny's got an inside track here because he's with some people who know they're Agatha Christie, but I'm hoping the rest of you can guess while I drink Norfolk tea. There's some wonderful places on here. Burnham, Overy, Staithe, Holcombe, Wells. Now, Stiffkey, if you ever go to Norfolk, don't call it Stiffkey, Stookie. And if you ever go to Clay or Cly, okay, so just remember, you go to places, they pronounce things differently. Where is, this is question 12 or question 2 of round 3, where is Breakfast at Tiffany's set? Is it in London, New York, or Los Angeles? London, New York, or LA? Is that Irish coffee? No. Breakfast tea, a lovely afternoon tipple. In fact, I'm not a fan of Irish coffee. I don't know why. I'm not sure if I've ever tried it, but there's something about it. Liquor or liqueur in coffee. Not sure. Here we go. So, question 13, or question 3 of round 3. Which island does the Great Gatsby live on? Does he live on Staten Island, Long Island, or Nantucket? Great Gatsby. Staten Island, Long Island, or Nantucket? There's other people out there who don't like Irish coffee too, and there's nothing to do. This is not about Ireland Irish. Guinness. That's another matter. Yeah, it needs a lot of sugar, says Johnny. Probably right. Probably right. Like I can't remember even trying it. Just the idea of it doesn't appeal. Here we go. So Great Gatsby lives on either Staten Island, Long Island, or Nantucket. Question 4. In the novel, The Girl on the Train, what is Rachel's final stop? Is it A, London Euston, B, London Waterloo, or C, London Marylebone? Now, London Marylebone is the only station that on the London Underground is pronounced in 2 different ways because they could never quite work out whether it was Marylebone or Marylebone. And so they've actually got both, and they tend to use Marylebone, but you can hear sometimes them say stopping at Marylebone rather than Marylebone. It's another interesting fact you didn't need in your life, but something to do with travel. And one day it may come up. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Here we go. So, question 5 or of round 3 or 15 of the whole quiz. Where is Swallows and Amazons set? Is it A, the North Broads, B, the Yorkshire Dales, or C, the Lake District? Okay, so let me know if you need any of those again. So we've got Where is Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile, then Breakfast at Tiffany's, then Where does Great Gatsby live, then Where's the Girl on the Train's final stop, and then Where's Swallows and Amazons set. Before we go on to questions, the final questions this week are 16 to 20, or round 4, questions 1 to 5 on customs and habits. Any repeats? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's get this one in the bag. There's some big scores from those first 2 rounds. Everything from 6 to 8. That's impressive. Here we go. Customs. Question 1. La Tomatina is a festival consisting of the biggest tomato fight in the world. But in which country does it take place? Is it A, Spain, B, Italy, or C, France? La Tomatina. Spain, Italy, or France? Question 2. An annual festival in Thailand honors an animal by giving the animal a buffet of fruit and vegetables to devour, consume. But which animal is it? Is it a lemur, a dog, or a monkey? An annual festival in Thailand honors an animal by giving them a buffet of fruit and vegetables. But is that animal a lemur, a dog, or a monkey? Question 3. What do Brits call a food that is commonly known in other countries as zucchini? What do Brits call zucchini? Do we call it A, a leek, B, a courgette, or C, a cucumber? So zucchini in other countries, you often hear this in American TV shows, but it's other countries as well. And is it a leek, a courgette, or a cucumber? Question 4. A regular welcome drink in this country is called kava, not with a C, not kava, not bubbles, kava with a K. It's made from the powdered root of the pepper plant. But which country would you be in if you were drinking kava? Would it be A, Brazil, B, Fiji, or C, Paraguay? Brazil, Fiji, or Paraguay? Tough one, that. I think that's a tough question. I think that's a real stab in the dark. I wouldn't have known that unless I was setting the quiz. Last question before you tell me if you need any more repeated, and then we do final scores on the doors. We might need some tiebreakers today. Maybe I should have saved those South African capitals for a tiebreaker. Here we go. Each Chinese New Year is associated with an animal, and 2020 has been the year of the rat. What will 2021 be the year of? Is it A, the ox, B, the tiger, or C, the horse? Now, again, you need to know your Chinese New Year's. If I'd have said to you what was this year's, you might have gone, I've seen that. But what's next year's, you need to know your cycle. Is it the ox, the tiger, or the horse? Okay, any of those repeated. In fact, I can repeat anything from 11 to 20 or round 3 and 4, whichever way you're kind of jotting it down. Anything need repeating before I go on? Or is Gemma going to say, can I have a bonus for knowing something you didn't even ask us, which would be brilliant. And I'll say no, but I'll have that as the tiebreaker question, because I've got a feeling with so many 6, 7s, and 8s from those first 2 rounds, I might need a tiebreaker unless those last 10 questions have really separated the wheat from the chaff. So while you have a quick think and just fill in any ones you haven't got, I'll drink the Norfolk tea or from the Norfolk cup, and then I'll come back with the answers. Here we go. Do you know, it's so dark outside. I'm going to take these off now. I'll keep the hat on. Perhaps I'll look even more ridiculous with the hat and no glasses. But you know what? I need to see what I'm doing. I love umpiring in this hat, by the way, whether I'm umpiring in the UK or when I umpired out in South Africa. And as part of a cricket tour, playing and umpiring, this was an essential bit of kit. Absolutely, particularly with kind of, fair skin, no matter how much kind of sun cream you put on. In fact, everybody needs to wear sun cream, as the great Baz Luhrmann once said. Here we go. So in literature, Death on the Nile is set in Egypt. Now, why that was the only question that wasn't multiple choice, maybe it's too obvious. The Nile. Okay, so there you go. I hope you got that one. Where is Breakfast at Tiffany's set? That is in New York. Infamously, you don't have breakfast in Tiffany's. Breakfast at Tiffany's is having coffee and a pastry standing outside Tiffany's. And yet, if you go to Tiffany's in New York today, they now have a cafe. So you can actually have breakfast in Tiffany's. But it's the great Audrey Hepburn movie. Question 3. The Great Gatsby lives on Long Island. Not Nantucket, not Staten Island. You wouldn't want to live on Staten Island, the Staten Island Ferry. He lives on Long Island. The Girl on the Train, the great, I think it's Paula Hawkins, the great kind of thriller that caught everyone's imagination a year or 2 ago. Her final stop is London Euston. Swallows and Amazons. And there was a great movie of that a couple of years ago as well. Brilliant kind of updating of, well, it was actually set back in the time, but it was a modern movie, but brilliant. It's set in the Lake District. Really good film. Great book, but I think by modern standards, a lot of children find it a bit chunky to get through, but great film and hopefully inspired to read or something to read together. Okay, so Lake District. Here we go. Customs, La Tomatina. I'm sure loads of you have seen images of La Tomatina. This is in Spain. Okay, maybe the tiebreaker would be where in Spain. Okay, an annual festival in Thailand honors the animal. It is the monkey. There we go. Brits know the zucchini by the name courgette. Not a cucumber, not a leek, but a courgette. The regular welcome drink called kava, the powdered root of the pepper plant, is in Fiji. So if you go to Fiji, or if you've ever been to Fiji, you might be offered kava. My advice: I've never been to Fiji, but what I know about the drink, just say thank you, but no thank you. I'll have a glass of water. Not to be rude, but it's quite a strong drink. And Chinese New Year next year, 2021, is the year of the ox. I thought asking you what this year would be a bit too easy. I'm sure lots of you have seen loads of symbols and Chinese New Year celebrations. So next year it's the ox. There we go. Right, time to get rid of the hat as well. Reveal the hat hair. Here I are, kind of back to normal. How are we doing? Scores on the doors, people. Who's going to be brave enough to go first? Now, Nelson, you went first last time. You put it out there, 8 out of 11. You can always tell when people have got a decent score because they're going to put it out there and say, yeah, well, that's a good score. And he's doubled it, 16 out of 21. Nelson is on fire. Can anyone beat that or match it for a tiebreaker? Izzy's got 16 as well. So we've definitely got a tie between those two. But is it a tie at the top or a tie for second or third? Has anyone beaten them? Am I going to be awarding double commendations? Gemma's got 16 as well. Hugo's come in with a 15. just behind. Johnny's got a 13. Now, Johnny, you confessed to me that there's 3 teams playing simultaneously together. I know one of them is a bit of a weak link, but you've got some strong links there as well. So 13. I'm a bit disappointed, frankly. Not really. Really good. Really well done. Thank you for joining in. And you can have a commendation for loyalty. Now, you won't get a headmaster's commendation like Tessa. She gets a headmaster's commendation for winning last week. And she kind of comments on every day's videos. If everyone comes in, likes every day, comments, engages, I really appreciate that. But also, I think it's a great kind of get up for the week and for the day. So, guys, feel free to. But Johnny, you can have a normal commendation, just saying well done and thank you for giving it a go. You know, that kind of like good effort. Here we go. So what else have we got? We've got 13s, 15s, 16s. Any more coming through? Ms. Williams gone quiet. Gemma's gone quiet. So Mrs. Humphrey's still quietly in the background. She'd probably, if she had to give us her score, she'd probably say, yeah, I've got 20, 21. You know, I know the world. I know what's going on. You know, she's a geographer, right? So of course you would. Maybe they're team geography. Maybe they're kind of competing together. Who knows? So we're waiting for a few more scores to come through. Otherwise, we've got joint winners, Nelson and Izzy. But Gemma's through 16. Sorry, Gemma, did I miss that, or did I read it and just forget myself? So we've got 3 on 16: Gemma, Izzy, and Nelson. Miss Williams 17. Is that allowed? Now, the thing is that Miss Williams? I mean, we know who Miss Williams is, but is she doing it or is Alfie doing it? If it's Alfie, he gets the commendation, right? I mean, he won. And I would definitely commend second place as well, because these are big scores. But if it's Miss Williams and Alfie sitting alongside, kind of just shouting out the odd answers. So we need to know who's taking the lead there. But Miss Williams, you're a winner. You're there. But I don't give teachers commendations. You know, crikey. I mean, obviously we deserve them hugely, but they're for you guys. Can't run out of commendations by giving them to teachers. So any more scores? I mean, that's absolutely top end. So I'm going to send Miss Williams and let me know whether Alfie deserves one or whether it was all her own hard work. Alfie hasn't been a great help. That's very honest of you, Miss Williams. So you will get kind of my staff appreciation, and I'll say to Alfie, well done for being in the room and helping out. Mrs. Humphrey came in late, which thinks it's 10. Mrs. Humphrey coming in late to the travel quiz. I know you're a very busy lady. In fact, you were having a number of big phone calls today. So if you got 10 out of the ones about, maybe you need to watch it back and then send me to your score. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say well done to Mrs. Williams. I'm going to send commendations out to Nelson, to Izzy, and to Gemma. I might even send kind of a kind of well done to Johnny. Hugo 15. You're close enough to get one as well. So, you know, very well done. Brilliant stuff from our winners. Thank you for joining me as ever. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this week's theme of travel. It's been very, I think, different. I think it's been kind of culturally kind of explosive and exposing. Hope there's been lots of things to entertain you. Still don't know about next week's theme yet. Let's see how that goes. Keep influencing me, sending things back. People have to, did we say sci-fi? Did we say sci-fi? I think that was one of the things that we could tie together Star Wars and Doctor Who and Star Trek. I think that was one of the themes. Maybe we can go down that route. That might be good. What about weather as a theme? Wow, Nelson, you're going to really test my knowledge there. But there are some great films and music about weather. And Mrs. Humphrey says she teaches 2 out of those 3 students. So she's absolutely, we did say sci-fi, Tessa. So Mrs. Humphrey is basically taking that glow of reflected glory that we take as teachers from our students doing well. And why not? And sci-fi sounds good. Yeah, I think that's the one. A musical theatre from Izzy. That could be the big finale, Izzy. That could be the last week musical theatre. There's great movies, great songs, great humour, great stories to be told. We can all dress up. But look, last thing before I go, I want you guys to contribute. I've said this before in kind of letters I've sent out, but look, honestly, if you want to send me little videos, video clips, you want me to include things, you want photographs, don't be shy. If you want to send something, I can incorporate it. I could do it instead of. Just love to have you guys involved. So stay involved. Thank you for joining this afternoon. Well done, everybody. I'll make a note of who's going to get commendations. If I forget, remind me. I'm a busy man and it's a Friday evening, so don't hesitate to remind me and say, sir, you said, and I will apologize and double down. So it's so good to see you and kind of virtually. Really looking forward to seeing some of you in school next week and all of you in the weeks to come. Keep taking care, looking after yourselves, your fam, your friends. Just, you know, really kind of keep working well, being happy. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Thinking of you all. Headmaster out.